It sucks when you feel like you'll never be able to love someone correctly. Um, when you feel like you spent your whole life trying to protect yourself and guard yourself, that you don't even know how to open up anymore, and you don't know how to love, because that's not what you ever did in life. That wasn't your priority. You saw love as a danger, a safety risk to you. That's how you get hurt. That's how you get held back in life, because that's all you ever knew. And that type of life sucks. Living like that sucks, and it hurts because you'll never really understand how it feels to be loved and live a normal life, because you don't see you don't see it the same way as others. You see it as something that you have to you see it in a way as a weakness, because when you take your time to um, open up to somebody and take that chance, you're taking that risk that they could hurt you. They could use you however they wanted. And you have to understand that risk when you go into it. And if you don't, you'll never be with somebody. You'll never find somebody that loves you for you. Because, sure, you could go into a relationship, you could be with somebody, but if they don't know you, if you don't open up, they don't love you. They only love what they see, what you allow them to see. They don't know who you are. And you're scared to show your baggage that you have in life. But at some point, you're going to have to step out and take that chance with them. Because if you don't, you could be dating for years, you could be together for years, you could get married, but they'll never know who you are. And when that mask finally slips and they see your impurities, your imperfections in life, they may not stick with you. And that's why it's so important to be you. Don't let somebody fall in love with a version of yourself that you don't know. And while it may take a lot longer to find your person, to find someone that accepts you, to be open with yourself and to allow somebody to see your flaws and what affects you and all of these things, that's how you find your person. If you don't let them, they're just falling in love with what they think you are, with who they think you are. And you can get with everybody, anybody you want. If you fake who you are, if you hide all your imperfections, they think you're perfect. They don't think there's anything wrong with you. But what happens when they find out that's not who you are? You know? It's one of those things where you need to talk with yourself and wonder, is it worth it? Is it worth it to fake who you are for love? And it may not even be love, because you'll never, it's always going to be in the back of your head that you know that you're different and they don't know who you are. You'll never be able to open up about your issues because you never presented yourself as someone with issues or with flaws. You presented yourself as someone who is perfect, someone who had their life together. And it's understandable. I mean, I want people to think I have my life together. I wish I did. But the truth is I don't. I have a lot of flaws in my life, you know? I get jealous easily. I need constant reassurance about whatever's going on in my life. I overthink about everyone and everything. And I know I'm controlling. I know that it can overwhelm somebody. And those things you have to be open about. Because are you truly happy in a relationship that you faked? Or are you just happy with the label? Or are you just happy with the attention that you're getting? The fact that someone accepts you and wants you? What are you actually happy about? It's one of those things that a lot of people don't realize, and that leads to a lot of failures in relationships, is that you present yourself as something you're not. You don't allow people to see who you are. And you never let people see that, because why would you? It was always seen as an issue to you. To everybody around you, they saw it as something that made you unlikable. And so you may think, like, why would I ever want to be different now? Why would I want to show it? So you're going to hold yourself to the standard where you're going to make yourself fail over and over